In this episode, we're talking about establishing blogger relationships, post frequency, and making money on Instagram. Hi guys, I'm Brittany from Not Another Blonde, and you're watching Blog with Britt, where I answer all your blogging and business related questions. If this sounds like something you're interested in, definitely subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday. Megan Lee says, I understand the importance of contributing to blogs and websites, to other blogs and websites, but how do you suggest going about forming these relationships with these other bloggers? This is a great question and something that I touch on in the Blogger Blueprint. So if you're interested, the Blogger Blueprint is my 5-week course for how to establish yourself as a blogger and take your blog to the next level. So if you are interested, go to www.nabmediagroup.com/courses and get that. We talk about blog relationships in week 1 and week 5. So specifically, go to week 1 and week 5 for that. But I will say that in order to establish relationships with other media outlets and blogs and websites and digital publications, you just have to reach out. I mean, sometimes you'll meet people at networking events. So when I was contributing to multiple other websites, I met someone at an event. I found someone through Instagram who worked for someone else who then made an introduction that way. And then the other times I just reached out. I would do like a cold DM on Instagram or like a cold email. You can also do a message on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is something that's not highly used. So if you DM, someone, let's say you wanted to write for me. I don't accept guest contributions, by the way, but if you wanted to write for me, my Instagram DM inbox is like constantly flooded with stuff. And just with Instagram, sometimes things get missed. So email would be a great way to reach out to me, and LinkedIn. I barely get any messages on LinkedIn, so just because LinkedIn isn't as popular as Instagram, I would go for a less popular way to reach, or a less popular platform to reach out to someone on, because I think you'll have a much better chance of getting a response than reaching out on, Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat or something where people are constantly being flooded and bombarded with messages. Tina from Golden Med Girl wants to know, I've read to post every day, twice a day, once a week, once a month. What is your take on how often I should be posting? What a great question. And because this is something that I know would come up and I know that people are struggling with, I included it in the Blogger Blueprint. So again, get that Blogger Blueprint to take your blog to the next level, take your influence to the next level, expand your influence, monetize your influence. This is really the course that does it all, truly. So go to www.nabmediagroup.com/courses to get the Blogger Blueprint. I would say, though, your post frequency highly depends on your commitment to how often you can post. So if you only have, let's say you're working a full-time job, you have a family, you have a relationship, you have a long commute to work, you also cook, and then you have like a passion project on the side. So you've got a lot going on. So if you can only commit to 1 hour a week, you have to decide how you're going to spend that 1 hour committed to your blog. So are you going to be posting on Instagram? Are you going to be posting to Twitter? Are you going to be posting to Pinterest? Are you going to be focusing on the blog or your newsletter? So once you decide like how much time you can dedicate to blogging and, your brand and your business, then you can focus on, okay, how often should I be posting? So if you have that 1 hour, let's say it takes you 30 minutes to take the photos for Instagram, then it might take another 30 minutes to create captions for your Instagram photos. And I don't know how many captions you could bang out in 30 minutes. I mean, for me, because my Instagram captions are more long form, So I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm posting 3 times on Instagram because I'm posting twice on TikTok, once on YouTube, once on my blog, and I have a bi-weekly newsletter that goes out. So I have a lot of content that I'm creating. So I can't or I'm choosing not to dedicate 5 days a week to Instagram because I want to evenly distribute my content. But a lot of people do focus heavily on Instagram, which is fine because it is the most popular platform. So that's totally accepted and like very common. So, you know, once you decide how much time you can commit to it, decide how long it's going to take you to do these things. So if you are able to, again, let's go back to that example of you just have an hour to commit to your blog. So if it takes you 30 minutes to take the photos and then 30 minutes to post them or to just get them scheduled to post, how many posts can you make in 30 minutes, right? Or if you have 5 hours, maybe you do 2 hours dedicated to shooting and then 3 hours dedicated to creating captions for Instagram, posting, promoting, things like that. So that gives you a little more like wiggle room. So if you have 5 hours, you could probably post 5 times a week. Obviously, the more you post on any platform, the better it will be for your brand and awareness and things like that. So I recommend posting 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, on every single platform. That's not attainable for most people. So again, it goes back to, okay, how much time can you commit and how long is it going to take you to do these things? So like I said, for me personally, I have 3 times on Instagram, twice on TikTok, once on YouTube, once on my blog, and a bi-weekly newsletter. So that's like what I'm doing each week. But, you know, some people don't do YouTube at all. Some people don't do TikTok at all. Some people choose to do Twitter or Pinterest or things like that. So it's really totally up to you. But again, the short answer out of that huge long answer would be to post as often as you possibly can without compromising the quality of the content that you're posting. So you don't just want to post, you want to post meaningful, valuable, purposeful content when you do post. Our last question comes from Maria, who wants to know thoughts on making money on Instagram. This is such a broad question, and I'm not really sure where I pulled this from or where I got it from because I schedule these things so far in advance, so I really can't remember where it was from. But I mean, in terms of making money on Instagram, hell yeah, you can make a lot of money on Instagram, and I highly suggest it. But when you first start out as a blogger or influencer, don't get into it thinking you're gonna make a lot of money because you will be very disappointed for the first couple years. I mean, yes, some people can make money within the first few months if they're lucky and like a unicorn, but for most people, you won't see money for at least 2 to 3 years. So, you know, don't panic if this is you. And even, you know, even if you've been blogging for 5 years and you're not seeing money, like don't freak out. Things happen differently at different times for everybody. So don't ever compare your situation to someone else's because they're all so different and you have no idea what that person had to do to get to where they are, and you have no idea what's in store for you in your future. So, yes, making money on Instagram, I'm all about it. I support it. I think it's great, but don't become a blogger or an influencer with the intention of making money. Like, don't make that a priority. Your priority should be having fun, you know, focusing on you because this is something that you love to do. And then also your audience and providing value to them. Like, how can I be of service to my audience? So, you know, you really are like serving the greater good by putting your message out there and putting content out there. So I hope that answers your question. But if not, then let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every view, every comment, every thumbs up. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question that you would like answered on Blog with Brit, comment below. Or if you have a general like concern, how's, you know, my audio, how's the visual, like, let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. I love feedback. And if you are interested in more Blog with Brit videos, blog tips, you want to grow your following, grow your influence, monetize your influence, then definitely subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday.